Hello, hello. It's time for Fish and Friends. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Fish and Friends with Danny and Gina. I'm Danny.
I'm Gina.
And we are late, but that's because we were watching this really awesome auction that was going on.
This crazy auction. Oh my God, the way that ended.
Yeah, that was insane. Gosh, these plants were just like, they were just going back and forth for some moss and some plants. Like, and it's like,
it wasn't about the plants at that point.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
It was about winning.
Right. I have no idea who that Henry Figueroa guy is. Never seen him before, but I just wanted to be like Figaro, but there's no way to properly like type that in chat. So
yeah. There's Mr. Crazy himself.
Yeah, freaking bodies.
Lady Rorschach, hello. Garcia, hello.
Entertaining night. What's up, Dixon Nines? James B's here, says he made it, but he was here like an hour early, along with Harrison Tropicals.
Yeah.
So is Melvin. What's up, Melvin? Yeah, we're like an hour and a half late. That's okay. We might not go the entire 2 hours.
Probably
we'll see
not.
How it goes.
I have a busy day ahead of me tomorrow at work. It's gonna be fun. I can't go into details, but it's gonna be fun. Fun. It's just way to cut back on some payroll, so it's just like a skeleton crew. So yeah. Lady R says I've seen Henry on TGO on the Garden of Eden a lot. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Shrimp and plant guy.
Gotcha. All right. One thing that I find interesting is, even though my hair is short, like it still like sits well and like parted and stuff. I can still part my hair.
Yeah. You have to use gel or anything?
No.
Oh.
No, it's just like still like feel like my hair is still reacting like there's still a lot of weight on it.
It's trained to sit that way.
It's trained, which is nice because honestly, I just take a little brush and just kind of brush it in, and it looks good. Bringing one of those horsehair brushes. Got to spread love for Gina's channel too, of course, Lady Rorschach. Everyone hit the like on Gina's side. If you're not on Gina's side, it's right in the description. You can hop over to Gina's channel and pop in on her chat, and then you can hit the like button over there, say hello to everybody. Then you can hop back, or you can stay over there, or you can do whatever you want.
Same vice versa. Danny's live stream link is in my description also.
Exactly. So it might get confusing, with the chat and stuff. You might see, certain things that you can't see on one side or the other, because there's going to be Gina's chat and there's also my chat, because we stream on both of our channels. But hey, it helps us boost, watch hours for both of us, and then also potentially reach out to more people, as Gina might attract a different demographic, I might attract a different demographic, and we can kind of bring it all together. So
why worry about the algorithm for just one channel when we can have two channels and try to play the algorithm?
Yeah, exactly. Now it does kind of cut between the two of us, instead of one channel getting, the full like 2 hours of watch time, one channel gets 1 hour and the other channel gets 1 hour, and kind of balances out stuff. But hey, that's just fine. Empire of Dirt Aquatics, what's up, Jeff? Kate? And the Nano Aquarium guy is here. If I didn't say hi to him, Lady Diane, what's up?
Yeah, and Lady Diane just said, I take turns. Danny's turn this week.
We got Kalish here. How you doing, Kalish?
Oh, there you go, Lady Rorschach. Or if you're on a computer and you're able to, have 2 tabs up.
There you go. Good job, Lady Rorschach. It's good to see you again, Lady Rorschach. Haven't seen you for a while.
I know, you've been a busy lady. Hope things are going well.
I haven't been able to do any work on that like song thing or whatever you wanted me to do. That's cheating. Well, that's not cheating. You know, you just have a computer and you have your phone or the television. You know, there's lots of different options. A tablet, if you're one of those people.
Koro says my phone is broken and things there are headphones plugged in, so now I have to plug headphones in to hear anything. Even Bluetooth isn't cooperating. Oh
Man,
ew,
that's stupid.
Did you drop it in a bucket of water? Be honest.
No, his headphone jack is probably broken or something like that.
Well, he said even his Bluetooth isn't working.
Or yeah, well then,
or dropped it. Did you just drop it?
It's probably
maybe
dropped it or something, or
potentially tank related. I knew it. I knew it. It's a casualty for the hobby. It's all good.
There it is. Oh man. So yeah, my pond has been settling in quite nicely. I'm super happy with it. I'm gonna show a couple pictures here. So this is what it looked like probably about 6 p.m. or so with the sun kind of down on the horizon.
Cute. And,
yeah. I did find what's funny is I only have seen like 1 or 2 fish swimming around at any one time, and they're hiding very, very well, and kind of if I do see them, they dart around really, really quick and just try to hide again because they're not quite comfortable yet. I did find 1 body, so there's at least 1 gone, but I'm pretty sure I said I put 5 in there, and it's weird that I've only ever seen 2. Now there is a couple areas, like I believe you guys can see my mouse, like right here with this rock. There's like kind of an area where they might be able to kind of go under the rock, so it's possible they're hiding, and there's a couple hiding in there. And same with the tadpoles too. They do a really good job of hiding, but the tadpoles, if they sit still, they kind of look like some of the rocks too. So I have seen 2 tadpoles still swimming around as well. So they're definitely still in there, and they're still swimming and doing fine. That's good. But yeah, it's like I don't really get to see them very well because they're really good at hiding still. But then after the sunlight started going down, all the mushroom lights came on.
Those are cute.
Good. And then since we were going extra late, I was able to take an extra late picture too, to where you can barely see, but just lit up by the little mushroom lights.
I was wondering what you were doing. I kind of peeked over at Streamyard whenever it was getting towards the end of the auction. I saw you weren't sitting in your chair. I was like, I wonder if Cat's getting into something, or is he getting a snack? Nope, you're out taking pictures.
Oh well, no, I did all that before I even hopped on here on the computer. Oh, but I was, yeah, like getting all myself ready to go, getting a drink, stuff like that.
It does look very nice. Looks very, very nice.
It's awesome. I definitely have pond goals in my future. I already want to upgrade my summer tub to this kind of format. Definitely a project once I move. Yeah. And the thing with this is, it's a permanent thing or whatever. I wouldn't necessarily suggest doing any sort of like summer tubbing or whatever in there unless you get like a big pot and like just like fill it with rocks and stuff and then like put some plants like in the pot to like grow in there. That way you can like take them out or whatever in like winter. But I don't know, like trying to fish all the fish out. Like I was thinking about it, like, oh, what if I just put, like a couple like fish in there or whatever that, I could eventually take out and just have them breed in the tub, like some Danios or something like that. And I was just like, yeah, but I wouldn't be able to catch them all, and I'd feel bad that some would end up like dying and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or else, so yeah. I don't really suggest it for like necessarily a summer tub. Whereas like an actual like tub, you can drain the water. You can, it's
Okay.
a lot easier to deal with.
I have to ask, Nathan. Sorry, Nathan is watching a YouTube video in the other room. Is my mic picking it up? Because I can hear it very clearly. Is there any background noise on my end? Okay, cool.
No, you have your background insulation or whatever. Like,
okay, cool.
I'm not sure if I have my background. Let's see. Yeah, reduce my background noise. So, you guys, can you hear my fish tanks going?
Mm-mm.
Okay, because the one right over here is kind of a little extra low on water, so it's like splashing extra loud, and I can hear it quite clearly.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think he's listening. I think he's watching a Cletus McFarland video, which has a bunch of racing. I almost thought it was like sports at first. I thought it was like a baseball game. The way that like all the cheering in the background. I'm like, but he doesn't watch sports. I'm like, oh, I bet it was Cletus. Okay.
Yep, some common goldfish. So right now, that's what I have is white common goldfish in there. I'm probably going to this Monday, like when I'm on my way home from work, and I stop to get some crickets to feed my my gecko and my tarantula. I'm sorry, it's hard to point. My gecko and my tarantula. I might probably get 2 koi since the fish and all that stuff are doing okay. And just right now at Pen Supplies Plus, they have like some, like, not like white koi. I think they do have one that's like white, but there's one that's like this golden color. So it's close enough to white. So I think I might try and get one of those. Oh my goodness, a puppy.
It's a Miko. No, I know I have chapstick on. Stop it. Stop it. I know. Uh-oh, I'm freezing.
Yep.
Uh-oh. What happened? What did you do? Uh-oh.
He had to freeze on the cuteness.
Hold on.
Okay.
Might have to.
Lots of fat native shore plants to create a fairly natural ecosystem for frosty. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to do with all my different plants and stuff up there. So
there we go.
I was gonna kind of wait a little bit, but you know what? Since we're yeah, I'm not gonna do the freaking cutscene thing because I only bought like one thing today. So, and that's really all I bought this entire week. So I didn't buy a whole bunch of stuff. So I'll just go with one thing. But I bought a nice big pot of this like deep like red, pinkish red, I guess kind of magenta flowered yarrow. And so I added that behind the pond, and I had my elephant ears, so I added more elephant ears. Let me pull that picture back up here of the pond during the daytime. Because should be able to.
It is Miko. He is so big now. You big boy.
Okay, so there's like creeping Jenny right here. It's going to grow into that whole area, which is nice. if you look like right here and there, I tried to add some of this other sort of kind of creeping plant. I don't know what it's called, but it's growing in my front yard in like a flower area. And so I added that. And then I added a couple more like little elephant ears like right there. This one, this big leaf right here, I actually tried to put it directly in the water. So I cleaned all the dirt and stuff off of it, got it really nice and clean, kind of sprayed the roots and stuff with water before I did it. And I got it all in a pot, like one of those like mesh pots, and filled it with rocks and got it all ready to go. But there was nowhere in the pond where I could put it secure that it would sit at the right depth. So I just decided to kind of take it out of the pot and just kind of put it in the rocks right on the side of the pond, so it'll sit right at the right depth as long as it maintains that good water level. So we'll see if it goes there. And then since it's warm enough outside too, I added some cannas, my canna bulbs in a couple different areas, like 2 here. And I actually had a little bitty one that I did the same thing with the elephant ears, and I added it right here, one little bitty bulb, to see if it maybe pops up in the water instead of in the dirt. And then like right here is where I put all the yarrow and stuff. So this will all fill in. And what's funny is when I move some of the dirt over here with these irises, I moved some of the dirt, just threw it all over the place. I noticed I got like a couple little like irises and stuff starting to pop up in these little areas over here. So it'll all just kind of fill in really nice with just a whole bunch of different plants, all different sorts of colors. And yeah, it's going to look really, really good. I'm super excited for what it's going to look like in the next, month, 2 months or so.
All right. First thing I want to address before I move on to the next subject. Yes. Happy Mother's Day to all the mamas in the Fish Fam.
Yes.
Happy Mother's Day. Also, Lady Rorschach said Miko reminds her of her little mini Aussie Ruthie. That petite, angelic expression. It's also pathetic. That also reads, "I'm a troublemaker." I almost need to make a new segment of what did Miko chew up this week.
He's one of those.
He actually chewed up the power cord to my air pump, to my sponge filter, and my shrimp tank.
Oh no!
He just did that last night. So.
Oh no!
Yeah. Luckily, I have a spare air pump sitting around, so I was able to get a new one on, or get one on there. But what sucks is that it's this new Imaginarium, which is Petco brand. You know how Higer has those air pumps that you leave plugged in and it has a battery backup? Apparently Petco has one too. Yeah, so it's an air pump that you keep plugged in, but it has a built-in battery. So if the power goes out, your air pump is still running for either 12 or 24 hours.
Right.
If it's set on continuous, then it'll run for 12 hours. If it's set on intermittence, that means it'll shut off every 15 minutes on and off. It'll run for 24.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, he chewed the power cord to it, so I couldn't even test it to see if it worked. So.
Did you guys hear the cockatiel? You can't hear him at all, huh? Oh, well. He's going nuts. Echo cancellation or the background noise reduction is really good.
Gotcha. But yeah, no. Yeah, so he is also a little butthead. He likes to chew up random things. Actually, now that I think about it, it would have cut power to it. So yeah, the battery should be working. I actually haven't looked at it to see if it was, I don't remember it still being on, but it had been about 24 hours. So I had it set to continuous, so 12 hours would make sense.
Yeah. Nice. Man, it sucks that he chews on power cords, so. That's
the first time he chewed on one that was plugged in, but I'm wondering if it was working off the battery. Like, I wonder if it will cut the power and run on battery because, otherwise it'll kill the battery life if it's constantly plugged in and constantly charging. Because he's fine, obviously. He didn't zap himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. It's always like worrisome when you have an animal that chews on power cords because it's just like, what do you do?
Yeah. I say that bitter apple stuff only stays bitter for so long. So you're just constantly coating your cords with bitter apple.
Yeah.
Which I do have because he started to chew up the baseboards in my hallway. So I had to spray it on that.
Oh, man.
Puppies, what are you going to do?
Yeah. Yeah, see, I tried to use like that like anti-scratch spray or whatever for cats, and it never worked.
So yeah, cats are difficult because with that you can't just have anti-scratch spray. You need to. It's not just stopping the behavior because they need to scratch. It's redirecting it. So you need a combination of the scratch spray and then a place for them to scratch and using some like a catnip attractant to be like, not there, scratch over here.
Yeah. Well, it's just like they'll have a place to scratch. They just want to scratch everywhere.
They want to scratch everything.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have a cat that acts like that anymore. I used to, but Hunter doesn't act like that. And sometimes she will still kind of like scratch on my couch a little bit. And I was like, hey! Just stop.
Stop it! Kissing your cat.
Well, hurry up and break him up before you end up with, what dog.
Yeah.
Hot dog.
Yeah. Works kind of the same way with dogs. Get them interested in something else. You mean like the 20 other toys that are literally all around him while he's chewing on a cord? Yeah.
Yep.
Funny.
Yeah. It's one thing if they like stumble upon it themselves, but like sometimes people will like introduce bad habits to animals, and it's a little frustrating because like I had this one guy that was like hanging out with me or whatever, and I had my little bitty kitten like Onyx when she was tiny, and she was never really doing much of anything, and then he was wearing a hoodie, and he started like playing with her with the little strings on his hoodie, and then from like that point on, she was just like constantly like doing this sort of thing or whatever. I'm like, oh man, I wish you wouldn't have showed her that.
Yeah.
Gabriel's glass box is just stopping by to strong arm that thumbs up. The redirect for cats really works when you can raise them from infancy. Yeah. No, it does work when you infancy or at least from an early age. Like I had Tundra from like 3 months, and like I taught her responsibility from a very young age, and she's very, very good.
Yeah, my one dog, it works. What James is saying, that works. So anytime we bring in a new toy for Kane, like a stuffed animal, I have to, or if I have it like my Bulbasaurs and stuff, I'll bring it in the house and she gets all excited. She thinks it's a toy for her and I have to show her and I'm like, no, this is not yours. No. Like I'll let her sniff it. If she makes any kind of, if her mouth opens at all for her to try to take, I'm like, no, this is not yours. This is mine. And she leaves him alone. Not Miko.
Well, Well, yeah. Sometimes you get a dog that's not as smart, but they're very cute.
I think it's also attention seeking because he is a
little-
mini Aussie. He is a working dog.
Yeah, but I mean, man, dogs in general are they're very very smart, and even if there's like an animal that would normally be considered like prey to them or something that they would want to go like chase and hurt, like if they know it's like a member of the family, like they know not to hurt it.
Mm-hmm.
Like and like chickens and stuff like that, like normally a dog, coyotes, wolves, or whatever, they want to go and hunt chickens, stuff like that,
Yeah.
But if you whatever, dogs are great to guard chickens from other dogs and hawks and other things and whatever else. So it's kind of amazing. Whereas cats are a little bit more instinctive. I mean, I've never seen Tundra try to hurt any of my birds, but she definitely like wants to reach up and kind of grab at them.
So funny story. Miko actually apparently just did this, I think yesterday. So he's always been interested in Marco. Gets really close up to Marco. Marco tries, and I think Marco's starting to get used to Miko and starting to let him get closer and closer. Well, Marco got spooked by something yesterday and flew off her play gym area towards her cage, but she didn't quite get the height. Well, Miko actually apparently kind of jumped up and didn't bite her, not with an open mouth, but like grabbed her with his paw, like with his arms.
Oh my goodness.
And Nathan like jumped up and made sure that everything was okay. Marco was, the bird was freaked out, but Miko was like, "What? I was just catching him. I was just catching her."
Help.
Yeah. Yeah. It was just, he was describing it to me and I'm just like, with his arms? And he goes, yeah, mouth was closed the whole time, didn't try to use his mouth, just you. And I was like, oh, okay. That's kind of funny.
Well, like a cat.
Right.
Wow. That's really funny. But yeah, like it's freaking 10-year-old do that sort of thing.
Right. Yeah, he said Marco was all trying to bite his chest and stuff, but couldn't get through his fur.
Yep. I finally surpassed 80 subs. 80 subs. Well, hey, we need to get you up to 100. I
haven't checked my subs in a long time. I think that says 340. Oh my god.
Everybody that's watching, go make sure you're subscribed over to Gabriel's Glass Boxes.
Yeah, let me go grab his link really quick. Which side is he on? Is he on my side? He's on my side. All right, hold on. Go to channel. It's a copy and a pasties.
I'm doing the signs.
Well, that's gonna wake Matt up if he's here. Or Geek Boy.
I mean, I do have some, freaking moderators in here, but hey, I shared it myself.
I got it.
For puppies, I always held a toy of mine in one hand and a toy of theirs in the other. I would say good girl when I held out her toy, and no when I held out mine. That's a good one. Yep. I like the. I'm not sure if this actually works or if it's just somehow like they just caught it perfectly on camera. But I've seen these things where it's like a way to get your dog to like not go after something is to like get like a stuffed dog and make the stuffed dog do it. And then you beat the shit out of the stuffed dog.
No!
So then, the dog is like, okay, I won't do that.
I've seen I've seen like a food version of that where you have a stuffed dog and they like go to like make it look like the stuffed dog eats something and then it like keels over.
It's awful. Like you shouldn't tease your pets. I'm not saying do it for like the sake of like a joke, but for training purposes to get your dog to not do something that you don't want them to do. Like
no,
it's a good.
You weren't that late, Bunny. We started late. We were also watching Skipper's auction.
Yeah, we've only been going for like 30 minutes, so.
I'm in the middle of a breakdown, relocate, and rebuild. I will eventually get new stuff posted. Ooh, that's always exciting.
You're already up to 87 subscribers just for me loading your channel. And, yeah, speaking of, you said you checked yours. You had how many subscribers now, Gina?
340? Let me double check. 342.
342. Nice.
Eat.
670.
Oh, Nano, yes, that cracks me up too.
Yes. Those are crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, now, I don't think I'm smart enough to be able to train a dog how to use one of those pads. Like, I mean, I guess I can kind of break it down. You just like push the button that says ball and you show them the ball like a million times and you just do that. But
yeah, it's a lot of repetition.
Yeah, I don't have the time to train a dog like that. But I also don't know if I want my dog to sit there and have a bunch of buttons to be able to sit there and yell at me.
Right. So yeah, I've heard that. I've seen like follow-up videos to that. Be like a year after I've taught my dog how to talk, and there's this one guy on TikTok that's like hilarious because he gave his dog the sassy buttons, like I think bruh. Like he's a bruh. Bruh. He's like, why did I give my dog these goddamn buttons?
There's this one that I saw of a TikTok, like it was a commercial for TikTok on like YouTube Shorts or something I saw, and it was like a little husky like doing the zoomies in the house, and it pushes the button. And it's like, let's go. That's pretty funny.
So funny you ask, Lady Diane. Probably not for the next 2 weeks, but I think after about 2 weeks, I am going to be helping out at the Florissant store twice a week. Yeah, to help out get their aquatics department back up to par, back to the way I used to have it.
Yeah, because I mean, I haven't even been in there in a while because it started getting pretty bad.
Yeah. I've been working with the store leader. He's been taking my advice on how to fix certain things, but he says he spends all of his time over there trying to fix it and he can't concentrate on other things. So come back forever? No.
Yeah. I mean, the only reason I still go to Pet Supplies Plus, even to like get fish or whatever, is because I go there for crickets just because it's on the way home. And they stay open late enough to where I can get crickets because Petco closes at 7:30 or something like that.
It's 8:00 Monday through Saturday, 7:00 on Sunday. Yeah.
Oh, it is 8:00. Oh, I thought it was. It used to be like 7:30. So like it used to be early
during COVID and all that stuff. Yeah.
So, but also Pet Supplies Plus seems to still get a good variety of fish. At least that location specific.
I think the Florissant store, I think their ordering level dropped because I think their sales dropped. So hopefully with me fixing things, so yeah, now they're very limited what they can order again. Back from when I first started at that store. So if anything, I could probably order things for them and then take them to that store. To expand their inventory a little bit. The drive south is so far. Yeah, I know. I do it every day that I work.
Yeah, and it's like I've been meaning to go out there, Diane, but it's just completely out of my way. Like I can't just hit it on my way home from work because it'd be like this sort of thing or whatever when I'm like this way to go home. So and then I'm only off on the weekends and I'd have to make it a whole intentional trip to go all the way out there to see that store, and I just haven't done that yet because I've been doing other things on my weekends.
Yeah, it's right back to how it was. I hate going there. Yeah. Sabrina, hello.
Is not that exciting under the circumstances. The move cost me 95% on my fish, 2 broken tanks, a lot of personal property, and it's gonna be a lot of work.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I saw the broken tanks and it reminded me. I keep forgetting about it, and I was gonna contact her, but I'm gonna see her again this Wednesday, so I'll just talk to her then, and I should have it by next week. But one of my customers, we were just like talking and different stuff like that, and she was showing me her different area and talking about stuff and whatever else, and she's like, "Oh, I have an old fish tank or whatever." I'm like, "You really you mind if I take a look at it?" And so she kind of showed me her area, which is just like full of like all different sorts of like fabrics and yarns and all this different stuff. And it's like, this is my Zen area where I just hear and listen to music and just do things. I was like, that's kind of me with fish or whatever. And so I go and I look, and sure enough, it's like a it's a type of tank that it's a really old tank from when like she was very young, when like her and her husband like first got married, and so like her first husband, I believe, and friggin' it's I did the math on it. It comes out to about 29 gallons or so based on the math, but it's not a 29-gallon tank in this sort of thing where it's like 2 foot across and like 18 inches tall or whatever it is. It's a 29-gallon long. It's 3 foot long. So I'm gonna get that, and I need so yeah, it's the same length as a 40-gallon breeder, but it's not as deep.
Right.
It might be about the same height. Well, not the same height. Maybe a little bit shorter than the 40-gallon.
Like a bookshelf tank.
Yeah. It's really, really nice looking, actually. And she's like, I don't need any of the stuff. She's got a bunch of things. Some of it, is still like brand new in box. Like, it's just like 10, 15, 20 years old. But she was showing Danny her area.
Her pleasure room.
Yeah, her pleasure room. But no, this is really, really cool. I've never seen a tank with those dimensions. So I'm gonna get that, and I've got to think about where I'm gonna put that, because gosh, I can make a really interesting sort of scape in that sort of tank, and I got to think about what sort of fish I want to put in there too.
Yeah. I'm waiting for the next aquatic sale at Petco.
It's all indoor stuff. Ooh, maybe No, I don't think that'll be able to work for the. No, it's too long to fit under the other tank for the sump. I already got the 20-gallon for anyway. I need to finish this sump so that I can get finished with the friggin' saltwater tank.
There's Harrison. He's back.
Here's the Tropicals. What's going on, everyone?
Yeah, I'm waiting for the tank sale at Petco because I'm going to get a couple more 10 gallons to start more shrimp tanks so I can start getting dedicated colored tanks. Because like at the auction, I was like, man, I really liked all those shrimp, but I don't want to spend that much to throw them in a Skittles tank. Like, that'd be such a waste. So now I want dedicated color tanks. So my blue tank, like my Blue Dreams or whatever, cherries or what were the ones that Kenny had? The Bloody Mary? Somebody had some kind of red one.
Bloody Mary and the Blue Diamonds.
Blue Diamonds, yeah. Somebody else had Blue Dreams.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Fish that perished. 4 pea puffers, 5 fancy goldfish, rainbow shark, most of our guppies, a common micro, a betta, 3 discus, and a partridge in a pear tree. Oh, man.
Lady Dan says, I have all those here, you know. Oh, okay. Well, whenever I get them set up and established, I'll definitely hit you up to start them. But I will have to kind of, you know, refresh the blood every now and then, add some new fresh DNA to the tank.
It was funny. I was watching the auction, you know, and Chattanooga Ed and that Henry Figueroa were going back and forth on these, or maybe it wasn't Henry. It is somebody else, but it's definitely Chattanooga Ed and somebody else were going back and forth on these Blue Dream shrimp. And they were going like 30, there was 25 and then 30 and then like 32. It was a little bit and somebody was like 33. And so I got, you know, too anxious waiting for somebody to say 35. So I just finally typed in the chat $35. And so it was like, oh, Danny's getting in or whatever. But honestly, I didn't actually want the shrimp. I was just tired of waiting for somebody to say 35. So I said 35 myself. And then, you know, when I got outbid by Ed, that's why I just immediately stopped bidding, didn't keep bidding myself. But then Diane is all immediately text me. She's like, I have those, you know. I'm like, and so I just explained to her same thing. Like, I didn't actually want them. I just couldn't wait for people to say 35. So I had to say it myself.
Sabrina.
Thumbs up.
Sabrina requested a Miko sighting.
Yep. Hopefully it doesn't freeze again.
It was just a little butthead. Look at just a little butthead face. He's so sleepy. He's so tired.
Yep.
He's just a tired guy.
Oh my goodness. He's so adorable. There he is. Yep.
He's so cute.
He sure is.
He knows it. He knows it.
Almost cost you $50 for shrimp like he's someone.
Right?
Yeah. But I mean, hey, $50 for 10 shrimp plus maybe some extras because it's Danica Aquatics also. Like, that's not a bad price at all. $2 a piece. Or no, $5 a piece. Yeah, $5 a piece. It's I did really stupid math earlier thinking it was $2 a piece. But no, yeah, it's still not too bad. Jeez, okay. Yeah.
I wish we could. My nephew dumped another rabbit on us again in a very small cage. What a butthead.
Oh, man. Yeah. I've been thinking about, raising rabbits for food. But, and my brother was just like, I don't know if I could do it, slaughtering rabbits. And it's like, yeah, I don't think I could really do that either. But, like, you take it to a butcher and the butcher does it.
Well, you don't take a live bunny to a butcher.
Well, yeah.
You have to do the deed first.
Right. So they have a hard time getting Neocaridina shrimp in New Zealand, apparently.
I redid my nails. That's what I was doing while watching Skipper's stream. I did like mermaid nails where I got like little, fish scales, and then I did like these fake water droplets. So it looks like, with some shinies in it, and then just plain for the rest. They're really cute. I'm very proud of them.
New Zealanders consider them very, very dangerous, and that if you keep them in aquariums, the country will
and it'll implode on itself. Just
yeah. It's the same thing as why we can't get, friggin' snakeheads in the United States or whatever.
So they're already here. They're already in the waterways.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
One reason why I don't fish in the river is because there's snakeheads there, and I don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, you got all strict over there. And the United States is getting stricter too. Like, we're just a couple friggin' strikes in the pen away from potentially losing a lot of, fish.
Yeah.
We already lost a lot of stuff in the saltwater community that we haven't really seen the result of yet, because it kind of recently got put in, but because of all these different laws they recently passed about I can't remember what it was called, but they made higher restrictions on collection of corals and fish and things like that, and how it's the super strict restrictions more or less make it impossible to collect certain corals and things like that have been super popular in the hobby and things like that. And certain corals are only collected, but they're collected, sustainably. But with these new laws, they're just not allowed to do it at all anymore. And so we'll be seeing that effect probably, soon.
Yep, they'll just have to be aquacultured from what's already in the hobby.
Exactly. We're gonna have freaking tears of corals. 8 out of 10 snakeheads. No, 8 to 10 snakeheads on the wholesale list over here last time I watched. Nice.
Yeah, I haven't really had.
Keep a snake though.
I haven't had a whole lot going on.
What?
I was just thinking that. I was like, what did I buy this week? I just ordered some new nail polish yesterday. One of my favorite brands, Mooncat, which is actually the shiny purple right there. They just had a big sale yesterday because of this whole solar flare thing going on, and they're called Mooncat. They had a big 20% off all day yesterday. So I did order some nail polish. I'm still waiting on all my stuff from the TikTok shop. Hopefully it'll be coming by next week. I feel like I did buy something else this week and I don't remember. I still haven't put together my Kingfisher Lego yet.
Oh yeah, that See, yeah, everybody's I guess knows about these Aurora Borealis or whatever. I haven't been able to see anything.
When we started, I actually texted Nathan. I was like, Nathan, go outside and you can see if you can see anything, because we totally forgot about it yesterday. I kept seeing everybody's pictures today, and I was like, dang it.
Couldn't see anything.
I was too busy painting these instead of looking outside.
Yeah. That's one of my life goals, that I still have yet to see the Aurora Borealis or the Australis, any of the auroras. I want to see. Well, I really want to see the Borealis, but the Australis would be cool to see.
Oh, 2 a.m. is when it's supposed to show up tonight. Oh, that's a little late even for me. I have to be at work at 11 tomorrow. Actually, I think I might go in early.
I've been playing Fallout Shelter on my phone. I got addicted to that. I don't know. I've been watching the Fallout TV show, and
yes.
I watched like 3 episodes yesterday at my friend's house because they have Paramount Plus, and I have I think 2 or 3 episodes left because I had only seen the first 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, I have 3 episodes left: 6, 7, and 8. And man, this show is so good.
It is good.
I've tried to watch a lot of different shows that are based off shows and or movies that are based off of video games or books or whatever else. And honestly, I gotta say, I feel like this show does probably the best job of portraying that universe in the best way, the attitudes that people have, the way that everything looks. They go into hyper detail, whenever she holds up the friggin' 10 millimeter pistol or whatever, it looks just like the one from Fallout 4, and the suit, the power armor suits are perfect and everything. There's a couple things that they do that are just I don't know, not 100% correct, but there's gameplay versus stuff for a movie or whatever, or a TV show.
Yeah,
the fusion cores more or less last forever in this TV show, whereas in the game, it lasts 5 minutes if you're sprinting or something like that. And so you got to collect more fusion cores to keep your power armor going. But yeah, there's, like I said, there's just some things that they got to do differently. But man, they've been doing a really good job with it, but it just makes me want to play a whole bunch of different Fallout games. But I'm kind of tired of playing the same Fallout 4 story over. I wanted something a little bit different, so I decided to download Fallout Shelter and play that a little bit. So I've been doing that. Got super far on my phone to where it's just got so much going on to where it just started glitching out a whole lot. So now I've been playing it on my Xbox, which is a completely different vault than the one I have on my phone. But I've been trying to figure out, I feel like there's got to be some way, since I can sign into my Google account on the computer, I feel like there would be some way to where I can load my vault on my computer, but I haven't been able to figure that out yet.
Good night, Lady Rorschach.
Day. Computer needs to be charged. Gotta go. Love y'all.
Yeah, Nathan and I have been playing Baldur's Gate and also watching one of our favorite streamers, Crusader, play Baldur's Gate, and she just uploaded her last like episode of it, but it's 13 hours long. So we've been chipping away at it for the last like 4 or 5 days because we can only watch like 2 hours at a time.
Right, like so, gosh, that's a long.
It's taken a long time, but it's really cool. I really freaking love the game. And in our playthrough, like some things we're kind of doing the same, but others I'm like, wait, what did Crusader choose? I'm like, okay, let's do something different. Let's see how it kind of veers the story if we do something different.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a really like well put together game. I haven't played it at all, but I've like
it's so good.
I've heard a lot about it and different stuff and how it is.
I don't know if it's cross-platform because it's definitely more fun with friends, especially if you don't really care about like having certain party members in your team. But what's nice though is that they don't have to be in your current party. All of them, as long as they're like tied to your camp, they all level up at the same time. Like you don't have to. All right, I have to switch my party around now. We have to go freaking farm for XP with these people. Like,
yeah,
it's really nice.
That's good. That's always really dumb, farming for XP with all the different groups and stuff like that.
I think it's because you only have so many opportunities for combat in this game. Like there aren't like the creatures don't like the goblins the goblin camp that you have to go to, and if you choose to kill them all, they don't respawn. Like
right. Oh, exactly. It's an evolving universe or whatever, set in Dungeons and Dragons universe.
Yep.
They do a really, really, really good job with that game, and they focus on the consumer and what people wanted. They want a game where the gameplay is good and like it just entices you with the gameplay. There's not all this like stupid stuff about, do this and watch this video to unlock this and do that.
There's no paywalls. There's no extra buying stuff.
Yeah. And because that's what a lot of video games have turned into nowadays. That's what most video games are nowadays. If not, like, I'm going to say like 95% of games nowadays are just
like, I was so mad when Pokemon started.
Unlock this so that you can look like this.
Yeah.
And if you want to, you can pay real money to get these special credits so that you can get these extra cool designs to look a certain way.
What made me really disappointed with Pokemon is the expansions. So here, pay $60 for this new game. Oh, it's so exciting. And then you finish the storyline, and then 6 months later, they're like, oh, here, for another $60, here's an expansion on the $60 game you already bought. Like, and it just opens up like just one other little area. Like, come on.
Yep. Those are the really stupid things. Yep. And or what you can do is instead of spending $60, you can spend $100, and then you'll get the season pass of that game.
Yeah.
And anytime they do get any of those stupid expansions that don't really actually add that much of any sort of depth or anything to the game, just this tiny little small area that maybe has like 15 missions, like. Yeah, you can spend $100 instead of $60. Yeah, and then you get the deluxe edition. And,
thank you, Sabrina. Happy Mother's Day to all the mommies, especially Gina. Thank you. Yes, Happy Mother's Day to all the mommies. Sabrina, stop texting me. I'm trying to stream.
Sabrina. I want to talk to Gina. You can talk.
We're talking about work stuff, and she's texting me about work stuff. Stop! I'm trying to stream.
In my bedroom anyway, so even if somebody was trying to text me, I'm not seeing it. Oh man, mint chocolate chip.
I think she's asking for ice cream.
I think she's eating ice cream.
Oh, I got the I got Sonic today for work. I just looked at my meal prep lunches and I'm just like, I just know today is going to be rough because Saturdays usually are. It's busy. I was like, I'm gonna treat myself today. I'm gonna order lunch today. So I decided to get Sonic because it's just right down the shopping center. So it's okay. And I decided to get their strawberry shake. It was pretty good, except they didn't really blend the strawberries very well. So there was bigger chunks in there, and they don't give you like a bigger straw. So it kept like I got down to like I had like a good solid 2 inches left of the shake, and I couldn't drink it through the straw because it kept getting clogged by the big chunks of strawberry. So I was a little upset about that.
I don't like chunks of stuff in my drink. Even if it's like a thicker drink, like I can't do like boba or
I can.
Any of that stuff. I had boba. This I got this it was a wild berry Long Island iced tea when I was at like TGI Fridays one time or something like that, which I rarely go there. And I just went there one time. I don't remember what for. Maybe I had stumbled upon a gift card or something, but I went there and got this, and it sounded really good. And in theory, I thought it was going to be really good, and it did taste really, really good. But it had actual berries in the drink, and like trying to drink it every so often, you'd get like a little piece of like raspberry or a seed or whatever else going up the straw, and it just like I just like start gagging and stuff, trying to enjoy my drink. I love boba. I've never even tried drinking boba because I know I wouldn't be able to handle it. Like the tapioca balls would just make me gag.
I love boba. Lady Diane also likes boba. So, Lady Diane, I don't know how you feel about Starbucks, but Starbucks has a few new summer drinks that have boba in it.
Starbucks has boba? Wow.
Yeah, they're new seasonal summer drinks. They've started incorporating some boba in it. I put fruit in my water all summer.
See, I have one of those like fusion pitchers or whatever, where you can like put fruit in the middle, and that's really good.
Yeah.
Because then I don't actually get the chunks of fruit.
Yeah, it keeps it in a chamber.
Yeah. What? No spoon?
Oh yeah, with the Sonic shake. Yeah, they didn't give me a spoon. How I said that there was chunks, like 2 inches left of my shake that I couldn't drink because of the chunks. And she said, "What? No spoon?" Like, yeah, no, they didn't give me a spoon.
That's just awful.
Yeah.
That was a scoff. How dare they not spoon?
7 house cleans in under 1.5 hours. Oh, no, thank you. I also have one of those fruit infuser like tumblers. I used it a couple times and then I got annoyed at cleaning it, so I stopped using it. Now it's in the basement. I just got really annoyed having to clean it constantly.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, I used to put cucumber in it. I would slice up some cucumbers and put that in there.
The cucumber and strawberry in water, it's good. Now, aside from the fact that you probably can never get a milkshake at McDonald's because the milkshake machine is always broken.
Or it's being cleaned.
Or being cleaned or whatever, yep. What like consistency of a milkshake do you like better? Do you like the more like drinkable milkshake that you can get from a McDonald's where you can just suck it up through a straw? Or do you like the thicker, more traditional, old school diner like Steak and Shake milkshake that you can't go through straw and you pretty much have to use a spoon?
So what's funny is that Sonic was kind of in between those. Like it was challenging to drink through a normal straw. So I did have to kind of let it melt a little bit. I prefer the like thinner, the ready to go drink through a straw. If I want something thicker like that, I get a concrete.
Like, right. Exactly.
If I'm gonna eat it with a spoon, it's gonna be thick.
Exactly.
Or like a Blizzard or McFlurry. Yeah.
Gross McDonald's was it? And it was
just an example.
The example of the consistency, like that's I was like McDonald's or Steak and Shake, like those are the two like popular.
I say I don't go to Wendy's often enough. Where does Wendy's fall on that consistency spectrum?
With the Frosty?
Yeah.
That's a spoon, right?
That's a spoon one. Yeah. I say I don't go to Wendy's often enough.
Yeah, you can't do a Frosty with a freaking straw.
Now, if I go to Wendy's and I'm craving a shake, or a Frosty, I'll get it and I'll eat it with a spoon. It's not like yeah, it's not a ride or die preference. Like I'll deal with it if I want ice cream, then I'll get it.
See, it's funny because it's only at Wendy's that I will do the chocolate Frosty with French fries and chicken nuggets and dip the fries and the chicken nuggets in the chocolate Frosty.
I haven't done chicken nuggets in a Frosty. Huh.
It's only at Wendy's that I do that. It's like I don't go to Wendy's often, but I never do that anywhere else. I never go and order chicken nuggets and fries at friggin' Five Guys and a chocolate shake and dip it in there. And I don't know if Five Guys even has chicken nuggets. I've never been there, but I didn't want to say McDonald's again because Lady Diane has made me insecure.
She's very, very offended at your mention of McDonald's. Fish Tropic Canada says you're a gremlin.
I like concretes and hot fudge sundaes. I like milkshake all sizes. I mean, I like them all. I'm not saying anyone is wrong or whatever, but if I order a milkshake, like I want to be able to drink it through a straw. I want to be able to walk around and drink it through a straw. But I do if I go to Steak and Shake, I'm still going to order a milkshake because they have some of the best ones.
Yeah, they have the best flavor combinations. Yep.
Because gosh, you get the chocolate on one side, you get the mocha on the other side, and you make yourself a freaking chocolate mocha. Oh, it's so good.
So I just had the thought I would compare it to like my coffee preference. I'll drink hot or cold coffee. It just depends on how fast I want to consume it. If I'm gonna savor, really enjoy my coffee, I'll get it hot because it'll slow me down so I can actually make it last longer. But if I need if I'm getting it to pump some caffeine into my system, I'm getting cold coffee so I can just down that sucker.
I make my own better than anyone.
There you go.
There it is. I'm
sure. You make it exactly how you want it. The exact consistency.
Because I'm making a coffee. Now there is a difference between that with social. What? I don't understand that sentence.
I think he's saying that you can't I think he doesn't like my comparison between the consistency of a shake and temperature of coffee.
Oh. Well,
because some people don't like cold coffee.
Yeah, I like cold coffee. And what's funny is that pretty much I like my cold coffee the same way I like my hot coffee.
In your belly?
Well, yeah. Oh. If it didn't taste so good, I take it intravenously. But with cream and sugar, and I'm freaking a bougie white bitch now, so I freaking like my flavored coffees. I'm always using my peppermint mocha coffee mate, and I get the whenever I want cold coffee, I get the vanilla frappuccino Starbucks frozen coffee drinks that are freaking $4 now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What the hell? Like, I remember when I was buying like 2 of those for like $2.50, and then it's like I remember when it went up to like $4 and like 2 for $4. Buy 1 for $2.50 or 2 for $4. It's like, okay, yeah, 2 for $4. I had no idea when all of a sudden the price went up, but just all of a sudden the other day I was buying 2 of them and they're like $8.50. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like, what? $4 each.
This Tropicana says no. Like if I gave you a milkshake, you would either be like that was okay, or you would ask where'd you get that because it was so good. Gotcha, like a Krispy Kreme donut. Yeah. Now, mind you, with my coffee, if I make hot coffee and it gets cold, that's different. Because then that's like an old stale coffee. If I purposely make like on my days off, if I make a cold coffee here at home, and it starts to warm up, like all my ice melts, I will continue to add more ice as I'm drinking it, to keep it cold. Like cold coffee or hot coffee. Like lukewarm coffee is not very good.
Well, yeah, and I make the decision on which one I want to go with the day before, because I don't want to brew hot coffee and then try to like cool it with ice, or like do the espresso and try to like freeze it real quick or something, because I don't want it like really watered down. So I will brew the coffee the night before and put it in a jar and put it in the fridge and let it be, completely cold for the next morning. And then I'll, and I add my sugar while it's still hot too. So, it's already all melted and stuff, fully dissolved. It dissolves faster when it's hot. And, but yeah, the next morning, that's when I'll add my creamer, and then I'll put ice in there to keep it really nice and cold and put it in my thermos.
Yeah.
And, it stays friggin', the ice will last all day, But yeah, I started doing iced coffee in the summer last year versus doing the hot coffee. And
it's good.
It's really, really good and such a smart idea when I'm spending my whole day out driving in a truck and it gets really, really hot and all that.
You were talking about being bougie with your coffee earlier. So I'm like this close to actually getting like the syrup additives, like the flavored syrups for my home coffee. I'm not quite like I'm this close to doing it. I'm not quite there, but I'm thinking about it. I'm like this close.
See, my buddy that I hang out with on Friday nights, he asked me last night, like, do you want a coffee? I'm like, no, it's okay. I gotta wake up early and stuff the next day. I don't need any more coffee today, but because I got the good stuff. And it's like,
got the good stuff.
But what's funny is it's like really cheap, but it tastes really, really good. It's like that instant coffee powder, like cappuccino stuff.
Yeah.
It like adds a little bit of like caramel syrup and just a tiny little splash of like cinnamon and stuff too. Oh, sorry, I had hiccups. But man, it is really, really good what he makes with it and all that. But when it comes down to it, it's just like super like cheap.
So, Lady Diane, no, not just caramel, because I just would go out and just you can get caramel sauce pretty easy, but like other flavored, they have like chocolate syrup, and it's like a clear. It's like, I don't know. There's pumpkin, there's hazelnut, there's like all these kind of like flavor syrups.
Apparently, I have not tried this myself, so I don't know if there's any actual validity behind this. But I saw something, and I know you can make caramel or caramel from like condensed milk and stuff like that. Or it's like dulce de leche or whatever is what it actually is. It's not true caramel. But apparently you can buy like a can of like condensed milk and just boil it for like a certain period of time, and then you just crack open the can and it's just like perfect caramel or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like, what did they say? I might give it a try. Because they do sell like smaller cans of like condensed milk because people don't.
Yeah. So Lady Diane just said the same thing, but I boil condensed milk and boil the can. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. She just said the same thing.
Just boil the can. So it works.
Yeah, caramel. Oh, she missed the first half. There was a typo. That's why I didn't read it. Caramel can just be sugar. For some reason, her phone.
Yeah, sugar and water.
Sugar and water. Yeah.
My aunts, well, two of my aunts have made homemade caramel before. Is sugar, water, and butter.
Yeah.
And if you add a little bit of scotch to it, then you get butterscotch. But I want butterscotch now.
Yeah, that does sound really good.
I really am. I'm a freaking 85-year-old lady on the inside. Like, I just love butterscotch.
Well,
and freaking.
So it's funny because at Marine Solutions, we actually did find a little glass bowl, and I went to the dollar store and just bought some candies. And Frank, my old coworker, would always make fun. He's like, "What's with all this nursing home candy?" I was like, "You know what, Frank? You don't get any of it now. Shut up."
my favorite candies. I don't know what they're called. I can't remember, but the friggin' James or John the Stallion guy or whatever friggin' looked it up in 7th grade. But those little strawberries.
Yes, those are at the dollar store.
Candies that are like cream-filled candies.
Yeah. So that was part of my mix. Yeah, I got those at Dollar Tree.
I need those.
They're at Dollar Tree. I'm telling you, they're at Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree? Okay,
yeah, they're at Dollar Tree
tomorrow because those
that's where I got them from. Yeah,
I need them in my life. They're the best. I
can't remember the Redbird peppermint.
Have a long name.
Yeah,
it's like three-word name or something like that.
And then the Redbird peppermints, like the puffy ones that crumble in your mouth. Oh,
I hate those.
Oh, I love those.
Oh, I hate. Okay, so question to chat. If you don't like peppermint, I'm sure there's other candies that are, some different examples or whatever. But with peppermint specifically is what I'm thinking of. Do you prefer the traditional, like little solid, like hard candy peppermints that when you bite, it crunches and crumbles like a lollipop? Or do you like the ones that you bite into and it's like chalk?
Yeah, I like that one.
I hate the chalk ones.
I like the crumbly one. Like, the one that dissolves.
I like hard candies. Those are the ones I want because I can suck on them for a long time.
So, funny thing is that at Sonic, soft peppermints always, says Lady Diane. My Sonic order, there was a little peppermint that came with it, but it looked like what you're talking about, like the hard, solid peppermint. But then I was like, because those aren't my favorite, because I just want short bursts of peppermint. So having a hard one for a long time, I was like, oh, okay, I'll eat it because I have it. Well, unwrapped it and I ate it and I realized it was the crumbly one. I was like, yes. I was so excited. Excited.
I had the same thing happen one time because I ordered Sonic. I've like never gotten Sonic, and sure enough, there's like a little peppermint like stapled to the bag or something like that. I'm like, oh, cool. I like peppermints. So I finished my meal and put it in my mouth, and it like crumbled like that. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. No, I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah. But see, like I'm the opposite. Like, I like a lot of flavor. Like, I season my food a lot, usually doing something like that. Like, when I eat gummy bears, like, I just throw a whole freaking handful in my mouth and So like that. Like I just like a lot of. I want my flavor to be loud. You know.
Yeah.
Danny, you don't eat vegetables. You are. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do eat some vegetables, but most of my food eats my vegetables for me. So there.
Keep joking at work that I'm gonna keep different jars of pickles in the manager's office because we all love pickles, but we all love different kinds of pickles. Like I think I'm the only one that likes gherkins. And then one of the cashiers really likes bread and butter pickles, and then everybody else loves dill. Like everyone has their own pickle preference.
See, I only like dills or any like sour pickles. Like I don't really want my pickles sweet or bread and buttery, whatever that actually is. It's like turmeric and honey. And, I don't know. I don't really know exactly what bread. I don't like it. It's gross. I just want dill, spicy dills, sour dills, kosher dills, whatever.
I'll eat regular dills. I can't do the spicy stuff because I just can't do spicy.
My cucumber plants, I specifically got gherkin cucumbers.
Yeah.
So I'm going to grow little bitty miniature cucumbers and make myself a whole bunch of baby dills.
Yeah.
So nice.
But no, I'll eat all the pickles. I prefer, like, what I keep at home for myself is gherkins. But the coworker, she'll actually bring a bag of sliced bread butter pickles, and she never eats the whole bag. So she's like, Gina, eat some of these. I'm like, okay. And then my other coworkers are like, oh, those are disgusting. I was like, cool, more for me. Cool. We don't have to share with more than just us. All the pickles, yep. Except not, like I said, not the spicy ones, because I can't handle spicy.
Yeah. I like spicy and everything. Even since it's not really normally supposed to be spicy. Like I went to this like coffee shop or whatever, and I was originally gonna get coffee when I got there. As me and my ex-fiance went, we looked it up and went there. But then they had all these smoothies and stuff too, so we ended up getting smoothies instead of coffee.
Oh.
And but it's kind of like Smoothie King, where you just you can order like kind of off the menu, but then they have like some add-ons and stuff like that you can add on. So I got like a mixed berry, like kind of wild berry smoothie that was like blueberries, strawberry, banana, raspberries. Like I just like threw all the different berries and stuff in there. Added the protein powder, and then they also had some sort of like caffeine, like energy booster thing that I added, and then they had cayenne pepper, and so I was like, yeah, throw some cayenne pepper in there too. And the guy's like, really? I'm like, yeah. And I was like, yeah. That's like. What? I'm like, yeah, just to do it. I bet it's gonna be really, really good. And sure enough, it was really good. It was like you get all this nice sort of like sweet flavor coming from all the berries, and then it's like an aftertaste of heat coming afterwards to like warm you back up. And it's really good.
So I just realized, so I didn't buy these this week, but I did find them this week. So I was talking on my channel about how I couldn't find my stamp plates for my nail art. I found them. I found all my stamp plates.
Ooh.
So, but then I realized I only have 3 colors of stamp. Like you need specific stamp nail polish. It's a thinner nail polish, because regular nail polish, as soon as you put it on here, and you like swipe it and then try to pick it up with the stamp, it dries too quickly. So you need specific like thinner nail lacquer to stamp with. But I realized I only have 3 colors, and apparently I bought them around Valentine's Day because it's like hot pink, red, and white. Those are the only 3 colors I have. But yeah, I have like all my nail plates. This little thing is also full of stamp plates. And then I found all my rhinestones. So I'm really excited about that. I found all my rhinestones. Yeah. So these are like my chunkier pieces. And then this is like all my colored pieces. I have them all separated. Well, actually, the little ones got all mixed up, but that's okay. And then my like diamond, different sized diamonds. But yeah, I found all my rhinestones. And I can get extra fancy.
Nice. I got my windows tinted today on my car. I was last Saturday, but the tinter guy wasn't there. I think I talked about it on the live stream last week. But so I get there, getting it all set up, and I guess that when I looked up stuff about like doing different colored window tinting and stuff, I guess you really do have to go to like some sort of like specialty place to even get that sort of thing, or you have to like special order it and have somebody do it or do it yourself. Because like he just kind of looked at me like I was crazy. It's like no, we don't have different colors or anything like that. It's all just black. So, I just ended up just going normal window tinting or whatever, but it looks really, really good. I was gonna go for 5% in the back, but went for 15 instead because I've had a car with 5% in the back before, and it was so dark that at nighttime, without a rear view camera, like it's like impossible to like see behind you. So
yeah.
Unless there's like a well-lit area. So this car doesn't have a backup camera like my other Veloster did. So I decided to go with 15% so I can still see behind me as I'm backing up my driveway. But when I was out doing that, I just decided to walk around in the Bridgeton area because, I didn't have anything else to do and I didn't feel like calling my parents or whatever to pick me up for an hour and a half or whatever. What does tinting cost? I have no clue. I got my entire car done, plus they had to like strip one of the windows because the window that I got as a replacement from the junkyard when they tried to steal my car from the dealership, that window had a very light tint on there, like maybe a freaking 95% light coming through tint, but you can see there was a slight tint, so I had to pay a little bit extra for them to strip that. I paid it was like $300 or something like that, and I got a higher look type of tinting. There's just basic cheap tint. There's like a better tint that does a better job of like heat resistant and stuff like that, UV blockage and all that. And then there's like a higher level one. It's kind of like what the tint is made out of. Like the cheap tint is just dyed film, so it's not like true polarization or anything like that. The middle one is like a combination of metal polarization and dye, and then I think the best level is like actually like a ceramic polarization film or something like that. So it does like really good job against UV protection, really good job against heat because you have ceramic versus metal as well. And so this does a lot of different things. I don't really understand the whole technology behind window tint, but that's my basic understanding. You can stop now too much. I always do too much. But while I was walking around, I went and got myself some Chick-fil-A and stopped at AutoZone and was checking out some stuff up there too. But I was wasting some more time and ended up walking into Office Depot and Best Buy. And one, Best Buy is a completely different store now than it was.
Yeah.
I remember like 5 or 6 years ago. Like, it's not even Best Buy now, it's a Best Buy outlet store. But it's like you walk in there and it looks like a freaking like a furniture store for appliances and like TVs and computers. Like, they just have refrigerators and washing machines and all that stuff just everywhere. And then like there's this very small section for like gaming and stuff like that where they just have like laptops and gaming systems in cages. And I don't know. It's definitely not the Best Buy where I used to go and walk around and all that stuff when I was a kid, and see all the different games and walk around the TV wall and all that different stuff.
Yeah.
But when I was in Office Max though, or Office Depot, I almost went back after I got my car, but I might go back another day. They had this really cool lamp that I almost got. Not only did it come with like a base and a clamp to where you can like have multiple ways to, place it or clamp it onto a wall or something, whatever. But it was a ring light. But then instead of just being like a ring, on the inside it had like a lid to where you can like, I guess, kind of keep it semi-clean. But it was a magnifying glass. So it's a magnifying glass, like ring light lamp or whatever, so where you can use it to, like closely observe whatever, like, I guess, jewelry, anything else or whatever. But I thought about how not only that might be a really good light just to put over like a fishbowl or something like that, but then you could also just take the light and move it around and, observe the fishbowl from the side and be able to use the magnifying glass or whatever too. I might be able to get like some cool pictures and stuff of like my ram's horn snails using the magnifying glass versus like the zoom on my cell phone. So I might go get that. Plus it had all different sorts of like LED settings and dimmable options and stuff like that. So
very nice, very nice.
Yeah, we are just a few minutes away from 11 o'clock, and I think we're just going to go ahead and call it there versus go on for another half hour because, gosh, we already started like an hour and a half later than normal. And all my fish tank lights are off now. I'm sitting in a room in the dark that is being lit up just by this little ring light up here. And all that, so. No! Oh, it's because Craig just back to the real world.
The real world, yeah.
Yeah. But you know what? It's always next week. You can tune in for another awesome episode of Fish and Friends. I will do a full 2 hours that next week.
Yep.
And next Saturday too is my my maternal family reunion, and I haven't been able to go to my maternal family reunion for the last couple of years because they always schedule it around Memorial Day.
Yeah.
Labor Day, Memorial Day, like whichever one is.
Memorial Day is first.
Okay, Memorial Day. Yeah. So they always schedule it around Memorial Day, the Saturday right around Memorial Day, but not Memorial Day weekend. And based off of the way that my work schedule works, we don't work on Memorial weekend. We work on a Saturday around Memorial Weekend because we don't want to work on that Memorial Monday. And so the customers on that Monday, we work on a Saturday instead so that they don't, miss out on their service and have to wait a whole nother 2 weeks or something like that for us to come by. So that's why we run on Saturday instead. And we do that for a lot of different holidays. But every single time since I've been working for Schwann's, my family has just happened to schedule the family reunion on the same Saturday that I have to do my makeup day for Memorial Day weekend. So I've missed it the last couple of years. So it's going to be fun to finally go. And I'm going to make some deviled eggs and bring those along. But nobody's going to get any except me because I love deviled eggs.
Oh, same.
Deviled eggs are the best. I got a whole dozen eggs in my fridge right now, and there's like 3 dozen more eggs at the depot from a farm that are just sitting in there. So I'm probably going to take like 2 dozen more home. And I need like a big old tub of just eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me a 29-gallon tank full of deviled eggs, and I'll be happy.
Pretty much.
Right. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Depending on where you are in the world, it's already Mother's Day. Or if you're where we are here in the Central Time Zone, the real time zone, we're still an hour away from Mother's Day. But you also might be further away depending on which direction you are. So anyway, I'm just rambling on now. So we're going to catch you next time on another episode of Fish and Friends, where we'll have more updates on lots of different things going on. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Have a great one. Have a great weekend. Don't work too hard. Have fun. Happy Mother's Day. All that stuff.
Bye.
Hey, so long. Thanks for the fish.
Turn it.